These little 6-minute videos are really getting on my nerves. So, Kalamazoo, Michigan. I know that that's where my grandmother on my father's side, Virginia, I know that's where she's from. And I know that they were family. Her maiden name is Sargent, Virginia Sargent. And I know that I have a great-grandmother up there somewhere, and I'm sure they've got plenty of kids. You know, the Sargents, I don't know where that lineage goes. I know nothing about them. My grandfather was in the military, was a radio operator in World War II. The latter part of World War II. He was in the Pacific, and I mean, as far as anything that I can remember, he was in the Pacific. I remember him telling me a story about when he was in Japan and stuff like that. Just, you know, some story. You know, he was at a bar, and you know, there was Air Force guys and Army guys, and, you know, I don't know, some fisticuffs or something. It wasn't anything important. He never talked to me about like specific battles or anything like that. But I know that I want to say that he was in the Navy, but I can't back that up. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. But I know that he was on a plane, and I know that he was a radio operator, and I know that he was in World War II. I mean, I guess that's good enough. I don't know. William Edward Earnhardt. If anybody wants to try to research that, I mean, hey. Anyway, moved back to Colorado, started a family, married Virginia, had 2 kids, Bill Jr. and then Carl. Carl wound up growing up and marrying my mom and made beautiful music together. My grandfather, shortly thereafter, moved to Texas. He moved down to Temple, Texas. Divorced my grandmother, married not a Dutch woman. Oh, she's from Denmark. Thick accent, fucking everything, dude. Dutch? Is that Dutch? I thought Dutch was German. Pennsylvania Dutch, you know, the Deutsch. Anyway, her name was Goonie. Married this woman named Goonie. And that's who I knew as my grandmother for a very long time. For fucking ever. Her name was Goonie. She's from Denmark. That's Dutch, right? Anyway. Moved to Temple. And started their life. In the late 70s, early 80s. And that's how I know my grandfather, William Edward Earnhardt.